I was born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh is a very unique city. It's hilly and has so many trees you can't really see very far. I've always gone to one of the overlooks of downtown Pittsburgh and wondered what the place was like a long time ago and how it got to be the way it is today. I often wish there was a photo of the location back in the 1700s before the French and the British fought over the area. Without photos and very few images of the time, it is difficult to know what the city looked like when the early settlers and coal miners settled there. I can imagine people traveling across the region to settle along the banks of the three rivers to build homes and businesses. Because Pittsburgh is at a very strategic location economically, Pittsburgh grew rapidly and its character changed quickly. I look at images like this one and I see so many weird things, but there are still things I recognize and I can slowly see it become a large, bustling American city. As I view other images of the city, I start to better see the city I know. In my early years back in the 1970s, there were few steel mills left, at least ones in operation. But back in the 1800s, Andrew Carnegie and others were building up the city dramatically. During this period, I can see immigrants from all over Europe coming to the city and finding homes to work in the mills and to mine coal in the surrounding region. I can see barges coming up and down the river to deliver coal to the mills. One shocking thing I see in the images of the 1800s and 1900s is just how dirty Pittsburgh was. People would say how the air quality was horrible and sometimes people could barely see the sun on a clear day. Of course, a booming Pittsburgh didn't last. Steel mills closed and people left the city, even as various mayors and regional leaders enacted various Renaissance 1 and Renaissance 2 projects to improve the city. Urban renewal and environmental quality were of top priority, and this was the Pittsburgh I was born into. Having winning baseball and football teams also helped to make it a nice place to live. As I was growing up in the 1970s and 80s, Pittsburgh's economy was restructuring. If it hadn't, Pittsburgh might have been thrown into the same category as Cleveland and Youngstown, as being a Rust Belt city. I haven't really realized how nice Pittsburgh has become until I left to move somewhere else. When I go back, I see an amazing downtown and lots of urban renewal. Sure, the city government has gone through economic problems and the population of the city itself has declined, but when various publications put the city in their lists of great places to live or raise a family, there has to be something nice about it. The city is very thankful for the many world-renowned hospitals and universities there, and the corporations that have their headquarters in the region, and I am very proud to be from there.